Barotrauma is a cooperative multiplayer submarine simulator in space. It's a game of teamwork, creative choices, and crisis management. Your mission? Survive in a hostile alien environment humanity was never meant to reach.
Alright, so this is Barotrauma.
Barotrauma. So unfortunately, I'm afraid I'm going to have to carry a lot of this with talking because what's going on the screen is not very interesting. Here, I'm just selecting kind of different types of missions. One was like a transport cargo mission. Another was a go kill a hammerhead shark mission, which is the one I've chosen.
So what kind of game is this, first of all?
So it's sort of like we need to go deeper, right? So you're in command of a submarine and a crew on a submarine. This is only the single player portion. You're in command of a crew on a submarine. You can take direct control of all of them, or up at the top of your little UI, you can order them to do things like you go fix leaks whenever they show up, you maintain the reactor, stuff like that. Of course, you can do...
You say we need to go deeper as if that's like a hugely well-known video game.
Yeah, that's true. That's not
It's a game that we've played a couple times, I think.
I think maybe Guns of Icarus would probably be a better,
Yeah,
and
so,
even then...
Well, with the multiplayer portion, it is pretty close to Guns of Icarus as well. But yeah, like Thel was saying, even then. So here, I have no idea how to drive this submarine, so I'm trying to figure that out as we speak.
It looks kind of complex, yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, so for the first little while, I don't notice that I need my active sonar on, or else I can only see the walls once they're like a foot in front of me.
That's good.
Yeah, so I think I spend a decent amount of time just kind of running into a wall here. But, yeah, so, to describe the multiplayer portion really quick, in the multiplayer version, you would, like, pick one role. Like, one guy would be the engineer, one guy would be the captain who's driving the ship, and then there's, the electrical engineer who can go through the pretty in-depth wiring system and, like, rewire everything on the ship.
Like
Space Station 13, or create new systems on the ship, like, while you're underway. Yeah, so if you could see each of those, like, modules on this little map on the side here, each one of those, you can also design your own ships, both in a ship editor and within the game. You can kind of change the layout. And I believe the multiplayer works very similarly, where the captain will choose that map screen from the beginning of the video and choose a mission, but everybody has to collectively work on the mission instead.
So, like, what kind of missions are they? Are they, like exploration things, or?
Yeah, sometimes it's like explore and find this thing, or sometimes it will be like, here's the guns that you would be using to do something like kill a hammerhead shark, which I don't believe I actually managed to do in this footage here. But yeah, so right now I'm hunting something. Another one was pick up cargo from one place and take it to another place. It kind of takes a little while for the game to get rolling, but I definitely could see, like, with a server of people, especially, I believe I read something about they were supposed to have, like, traders and stuff on board in multiplayer games.
So, when you say multiplayer, is it mainly just, like, ship cooperation, or is it, like, almost large servers?
The server, if you will, is one ship, but the ships can actually get a lot larger than this. Like, this is a ship that's made for 3 people, and I've seen servers up to 30 to 40 people.
Okay.
And due to the fact that the ships are, like, modular, you could even use a ship that you designed yourself that's just enormous. But it doesn't... to compare it to Space Station 13, I think that is a good comparison.
Okay.
It's not really as in-depth, it has a really in-depth, relatively speaking, in-depth medical system. Also, if you press spacebar, you just fall unconscious, which I do many times in this video, right there.
Are you trying to jump?
I'm trying to jump or get off the ladder or something. And so, like, it has these in-depth systems, like this is the electrical wiring panel that shoots electricity through the whole ship, and this is the reactor, and if you're running the reactor poorly, it can overheat and explode. So it has, you know, some of those Space Station 13 inspired things, like the important jobs have important shit to do, but there aren't really these auxiliary roleplay jobs like the clown or the,
well, there's no reason
Yeah.
to like go into that, but
Yeah,
like it's
but-
just like it's systems based.
yeah, system.
It's systems
wise,
based
it's-
rather than roleplay based, which is
Yeah.
more of what Space Station 13 is.
Exactly. That was what I was getting at. Yeah, I think coming up here pretty soon. Oh man, this footage is not painted in a good light, but I assure you this is how the games will go every time you launch them up. Oftentimes I will actually find myself. I find one problem is that the NPCs are a little too efficient at doing things if you tell them to. So you'll wind up with nothing to do. Like, you'll see right here, I run down to this leak, and this guy is already in here and he fixed it.
Good job, Darren.
So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, thanks, Darren, you did it. I guess I'll
Guess
go
I don't
back
have
and...
to fucking play the game now.
And then he just
Yeah, I
like
guess so.
drops his water suit.
I
on
know,
the
he
ground.
just drops, they also just drop their water suit on the ground, so, yeah, I don't learn until later on in this playthrough, but I could actually switch between these characters and just leave one guy on driving, and then I can switch, and then I can just tell him to auto drive and switch to another guy and do something fun, you know? But,
Hey, I
I
think
do
driving
that.
is fun.
yeah, okay,
With
but
the
that...
co-op animations and like the thing that you're
Well,
holding,
the
it
old-
looks
I'm
like
telling
you
you,
got
okay.
really fucking drunk and are just waddling around.
Yeah, see,
I
so
know.
I actually fell a little too far and broke my leg, so I had to go ahead and stick some antibiotic glue on that leg there, you see, right here. So that's
Oh,
kind of the
nice.
in-depth medical system, but there are also other things, like there's oxygen inhalation. It has systems that are very clearly taken from Space Station, right? Like if you run out of oxygen, you will fall unconscious. And in order to heal somebody who's unconscious, you have to get rid of all of their oxygen damage by performing CPR on them. It's very specific. But that's
don't-
okay because it's a different type of game.
Yeah, I don't think simulation aspects necessarily mean it's curbed from Space Station 13, but
I would say like looking at like the in-depth wiring system and stuff is what's really making me think about it.
I don't know though. I mean, lots of games do stuff like that, so I don't know. But
I think it's to me it's the game's feeling altogether. Like there is the engineers and the medical doctors. I don't know. It's too many things all.
because
put
I don't
together
think
to
Space Station
describe.
13 is that particularly well known either. So
It's
Oh
true.
yeah, definitely. But,
But the
it
kind of
feels like
people
this
who-
was. I
like,
feel like it's well known enough that this could have taken inspiration from it.
Right. Also, I think that it touts itself as inspired by Space Station 13. What I believe
like
this
on the-
project actually was somebody who set out to make Pressure, which
Oh,
is
right.
a 4chan meme from like 2004 or something, where they just talked about a fake undersea roleplay video game.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's why I'm saying it kind of reminds
Yeah.
me of Space Station 13, but I haven't really tried the online aspect that much. Also, your characters do have skills, but I don't think that it's like within reason to raise them during a game. They seem kind of pointless because it's like all of the skill checks are like the mechanic will start with enough skill to pass and nobody else will. So it doesn't, like, I don't understand how you're supposed to train those skills up or do anything like that, you know?
Well, do you
I
get
feel like they could
do you
just
get
lock
stuff
into
from
the class.
missions eventually, or
Yeah, that's a possibility, yeah.
are
'cause,
there like talent trees and stuff somewhere?
I don't think there are talent trees, although, you do gain XP by working on a system when you don't know how, like, when you're not skilled enough to do it, so...
Yeah, this game seems really dense, so it would be hard to like show off all the features well initially, because
Yeah.
like watching
See,
this,
here
it's
I'm-
like you're clearly learning stuff as we're going as well. So
Oh yeah, and I played every single tutorial, and this is like my 4th game of this, and I still have just really having a hard time here. You see, I put on that suit so that I could go and repair the ballast, which is completely underwater, but actually it wasn't underwater because somebody already fixed it, so I'm just like, okay.
These fucking NPCs are just too good at their job.
They are. It's like somebody needs to be driving now, so I guess I'll go drive, and,
John NPCs, so... Well, I think the NPCs expect you to be driving. They're like, I'll fix these fucking leaks for you, Captain.
Yeah, but also
That's
you can tell
my
an
job.
NPC to drive to somewhere. I think this is the point of the game where I completely fuck up my submarine.
That seems like you were going into that really tiny crevice,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, you can see I try to start backing up, but I really don't understand exactly how this thing works. At one point, I just get beached at the bottom of the ocean, and I can't figure out why. So I try turning up my generator, and the whole submarine explodes.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Wonderful.
But it's okay, because I'm pretty sure I was losing by that point anyway. You'll see coming up here pretty soon. I get bored enough that I just start deciding to explore outside. But yeah, I'm just kind of scanning for monsters, and it's really all you can do. But it has it also, another system it has is you can hold one thing in each hand, or some things take both hands and you have to wield it with both hands. Like the ammo boxes there, you have to have somebody else load it for you, or empty your hands and pick it up. So see, now I'm like, okay, let's go outside the sub. I want to see, which is something you can do. You can go outside the sub to make repairs. You better have somebody covering you on one of those guns, though, because there's and see, this is where I realize, oh, those engines are on, which means the sub is going forward.
Oh no.
So I'm trying. I'm sure you can see how things start to go downhill. The captain just decided to abandon ship.
Oh, good.
But thankfully, I am slowly outswimming the sub.
Darren and Valerie are just wondering what the fuck is going on. They're here to do their jobs, and then this fucking jack-off captain just fucking spaces himself.
See, I'm turning on the pump here. I think it's draining the water, but I really don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on in this game.
Oh, it
And
looks
so
like you just put a bunch
Captain
of
just
water
let
in
fucking water all over in the sub.
No, actually, now you see, there's already water all over the sub when I came in.
Yeah.
Because there's a leak up there, but see, the leaks are really hard to see. Do you see that room that I just came out of?
It's almost
That was
easier when you're
Look
not
at
in
the
the
whole
same
bottom
room.
of.
What the hell happened?
I don't know. And
Valerie, what are you doing?
He's operating the generator, man. That's what I told him to do.
He's very dedicated to his job.
I told her, you operate that generator, and so even though she's being flooded, doesn't have a suit, nothing. I finally figure out that the leak is up here. Nobody else is repairing it because I think I have the only wet suits.
Okay, yeah.
No, there's a couple
There's
more,
like 3
but-
right there, and there was the one that they left in the hallway.
And we're still underwater because I haven't figured out how to turn on the pumps yet,
Yeah.
you see. Now you see how this can very slowly or quickly spiral into chaos.
Yeah, yes.
It does seem like one of those games where you need to be playing with a bunch of people who each learn how to do one thing until you can rotate around and eventually do everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So playing this in single player seems like a terrible idea.
Yeah, especially because I don't realize that I can switch between my characters yet.
Because it seems like the kind of thing it's like, okay, I'll do all the tutorials for driving and figure out how to do that. And so maybe
Well,
you
I
won't
did
know
all
how
the
to do
tutorials
anything.
For
but-
everybody. The thing is, I understood how to do everything, I just didn't understand why I was doing any of it.
I mean, there's a difference between doing a tutorial and, like, following a tutorial.
Yeah, that's
Well, there's
true.
a difference between, like, doing a tutorial, following a tutorial, and then actually getting into the game. You know,
Also,
it's like...
now some of our more astute viewers, I would like to point out, may foresee what goes wrong here. I am still in my
Oh,
suit
good.
and using oxygen,
Ah.
and I'm
You're
not
going
paying
to run out of
attention to my
oxygen in the fucking suit and pass the shit out.
Yeah. And I also
break your leg on the fucking door again, you drunk bastard.
seriously, I don't know what.
Critically low
Oh
temperature.
no, he's running out of oxygen.
Yeah. Okay. See.
Seems like you kind of understand that bit of it.
Yeah, see, I ran out of fuel, you see, so I put 2 fuel rods in. This is where it starts to go horribly wrong. Because there's a reason that the NPC only had 1 fuel rod in.
Oh, your ship has a fission engine.
Listen, man, it's only 3.6 rod.
Also,
it's going to be fine.
It's
not bad, not terrible.
So no big deal. You just have a nuclear reactor on your submarine, apparently.
And it's overheating currently.
Listen, man, there's no graphite on the ground.
So see, now I'm trying to order somebody to come and save me. But I can't give orders to anybody to come and save
Valerie's
me.
like, you know what, asshole, fuck you.
Because I'm unconscious, so because
Also, you're out of oxygen, so you're like standing there with the
I'm not
oxygen
out of
blinking.
oxygen. I've just taken too much damage and I've gone unconscious. Once you go unconscious, you start taking oxygen damage, and once you fill up on oxygen damage, you die. Just like Space Station 13, it is an identical system. But this is where I realize I can switch, and I'm like, oh good, now I can go drag him to the med bay and save him. I've been able to switch. Good. All right, come along. But I forgot that I need to perform CPR.
Oh, that too, yeah.
And he died. See, I'm like, okay, all right, CPR. Yeah, here we go. What do I need? Because I noticed I had that thing in my inventory. I was like, well, this. Oh.
Oh.
Well, the captain's dead. But
Long
at least
live the
he got us.
captain.
Yeah, at least he got us fuel, right? He stuck some fuel in the generator. Let's hope he remembered to only place 1 in there. No sense in double checking. He was the captain. I'm sure he knows.
yeah.
You know, I just watched Chernobyl, so it's like.
Yeah.
It seems like in the
now,
limited time that I've watched that show, I've learned why that might be a bad idea.
You might be able to figure out what's going to happen next.
Are you trying to space the corpse?
Fucking captain.
I am.
Why don't you take the suit first?
Yeah.
Oh, oops.
Oh no!
Why would you do that?
Because I was like, whatever, I'll just drag him outside and then swim back.
Well, the CE just fucking spaced himself with the captain's corpse. Don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do now.
See, I forgot that water pressure was a thing. Because I was so zoned in on this idea that it's Space Station 13 that I thought I could just go outside and then, like, heal up my burn damage from being in space.
Listen, man. There's space pressure in Space Station 13 too.
Well, there's decompression, but yeah, it's,
but
decompression.
It's the same problem, just in reverse.
Yeah, but decompression won't kill you instantaneously.
yeah, that's
Whereas
true.
High pressure will.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, okay, well, we have no power. I don't know why we can't go up. I think something's wrong with the ballasts. So I'm running around trying to fix this.
Also, is the power out now and you're using flares?
Yes, the power is out and I'm using flare.
Oh, that's good.
Listen, man, an RBMK reactor can't just explode. You're fine. Everything's fine. We've got power. We called the fire department. We're gonna be good.
They're gonna come get us at the bottom. I'm thinking maybe like there's wiring is wrong or something, and like, and so I'm trying to hack open this door.
That sounds like a terrible idea. Please tell me it goes wrong. Does it go wrong?
Oh no, I can't actually hack it open, and I can't find a crowbar to pry it open either.
Ah, yes. Now, the more you speak, the more Space Station 13.
Yeah, you understand why, right?
Yeah, crowbar to pry open the thing to hack.
I feel like you should have started with the comparisons later, and I think I would have been more okay with it.
Yeah. So see, we're still stuck at the bottom of the ocean here. I don't know what the heck's going on, or like why we're
maybe
stuck.
the lack of power might not be part of it.
Yeah. So I'm like, wait a second. Oh, but we're generating power, right? Problem is, we're not generating enough. So I'm gonna have to fuck with the reactor again.
Oh no.
Now you remember what happened to my last guy when I fucked with the reactor. And you could probably see how long is left on the video.
See, I would almost I would almost prefer this to be in space than underwater, but I mean,
But you know.
Yeah. But it does allow you to like actually have like concrete objectives, so I can see with like a lot more
oh
development
no,
time.
Oh no.
Yes, I
Oh no.
dramatic control.
Ah yes, this is fine. This is good. I know what's up.
oh, yeah. I'm gonna just back up here.
I just want to point
let
out.
it rinse the heat for a minute.
I just want to point out that you also just watched Chernobyl, so
Yeah.
I feel like you
Turn
should
down the
have known.
turbine speed.
I don't know how this shit works. I'm not a fucking nuclear engineer.
You watched that last episode of Chernobyl. You should have fucking known a little bit.
The nuclear engineer spaced himself with a fucking captain's corpse, alright? I'm just trying to get myself home.
At this point, you should just fucking get a fucking jetpack and just leave.
You would think I might be able to do that.
I don't think. Oh man. This whole thing seems like a train wreck.
Yeah.
Yeah, really. It's
Oh.
Yeah,
things
and
are
now
starting to go wrong.
I'm not sure what's happening if I'm flooding. Oh yeah, okay. I
So
see.
you take
The
off your
suit ran
space.
out of. No, the suit ran out of oxygen. You
Oh,
see.
okay.
And then I started to pass out from oxygen deprivation, and there it is. But I guess I didn't remember. I think, like, I thought it was flooding or something, and so now that I'm flooding with no oxygen, I actually get underwater and run out of oxygen really fast.
Oh, and just as a monster shows up.
Just
Yeah.
as a monster shows up.
Hello, monster.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
you see, I opened that overhead thing. Yeah, so,
So that's Barotrauma. I don't know how
That is
helpful this
Barotrauma.
video will actually be to you, but I think
This game looks fun as hell. I don't know what you're talking
seriously,
about.
I really think that if you have a couple of people to play it with, it'll probably go a lot better than what you just saw. Because I was essentially playing the role of 3 human beings.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, that would be. You know, it'd be wonderful if there was a traitor role for this game.
I believe there is, but I'm not
Oh,
100% sure. I would have to look at the Steam page to find out.
Oh man, that
Yeah.
game was something. I
It
don't
sure
think
was.
I've laughed that much in the middle of one of these before.
It's
Yeah, I
pretty
think-
good.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe we should try to do a let's play of this and just watch it go horribly wrong. We'll see. If you
Yeah.
think that's a good idea, leave a comment.
And
you
press
see,
that like button.
You see
Uh-huh.
that? I just did that call to action. Now people are sure to love our videos.
Now people are gonna comment on the video. Shit, we did it.
Oh man.
Down with the proletariat or something.
Or
Yeah,
hell,
we
if
should
you
do
think
it.
we're
I feel
stupid,
like that's the
dislike the
opposite of the
video. I don't
direction
think it
we're
even
taking.
matters.
Fuck it, dislike the video for all I care.
I think YouTube values it the same because YouTube doesn't
Yeah.
know what the fuck it's doing, so you know.
Exactly.
Man, just watch the video for a long time, I guess.
Alright, well, that's been Barotrauma. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time, and remember, as always,
Stay beautiful.